Oh, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 355 of FloWrestling Radio Live. I am your host, Christian Piles, joined occasionally and fortunately and luckily today by the one and only, the mean-eyed cat himself, Willie Saylor. He's here. He's in Easton, PA.
I'm pumped.
He's
ready
pumped.
to slay it.
Kyle Brackey, they went twins with the hats, Final X hats, very on brand. I love the coordination.
Nice.
I didn't even know he was doing that because I can't see him.
I don't know how you can see anything as low as your hat is, Brackey. It's like over. You look like you're undercover or something.
I am.
Okay, he's undercover.
I already had a Red Bull this morning, so I'm ready to go.
Oh wow, Red Bull Brackey.
Wow.
Okay, Fretwell's like a monster guy.
Yeah, he's
Monster Energy.
There you go. Okay, it's here. It is the Iowa-Oklahoma State-a-Palooza show. We're going to go through it match by match, and I think, you know what, why don't we just start with it? What are we waiting for?
Why don't we just start
Let's
with
go. Yeah, let's just get it going. Any first initial thoughts, Willie, before we get into the match-by-match breakdown?
My first thought is that Penn State would beat both of them.
Oh, my God.
Listen.
Now help me out here, Willie, before we get into that. Am I generalizing the fan base with that, or am I just like, presenting a preponderance of evidence that, there's a subset of Penn State fans that make everything in wrestling about them?
Well, I mean, when you're talking, I'm guilty of saying, well, Iowa fans do this. It's not Iowa fans. It's a subset of Iowa fans. It's message board. I mean, it's a large population of people who post. Maybe the larger Iowa contingent doesn't feel that way. Maybe the larger Penn State fan base doesn't have their brain go right there. But the people that post, their brain goes to, well, what about North? Well, it doesn't matter, Penn State. Listen, Iowa-Oklahoma State is the biggest duel of the year, or certainly one of them, because we haven't seen a lot of the top matchups this year. You had Penn State, Ohio State, and a couple others in there that were really good, really big. But Oklahoma State, Iowa, it's the biggest duel of the year, and it's right in front of us. We don't need Penn State fans going, well, Penn State would beat both of them. Well, I mean, that's like the Patriots and whoever. Patriots and Chiefs are in the Super Bowl. Well, the Steelers have the most Super Bowls, so.
Okay. So Super Bowl. Who cares about the Super Bowl? Yeah, but that wasn't even the one that got me fired up last night. It was a picture.
What got you fired up?
It was Marinelli patting the Eli on the Wisconsin mat. Pretty touching moment. And somehow, you see Alex Marinelli on a Wisconsin mat, and you somehow make that about that is like the embodiment of the Nolf Next Topic. We introduced the world to Nolf Next Topic phenomenon, and I worry it hasn't helped at all.
Well, the worst part is there's a guy that's called Nolf Next Topic. He made an account, and he still don't get it.
Yes, he doesn't understand what Nolf Next Topic means, which is the ultimate irony. Okay, here we go. No Penn State wrestling in this duel. We've got 125 pounds. Nick Piccinini versus Spencer Lee. The line here is pitch plus 4.5. Willie, why don't you get it started?
Well, I mean, I think that we've seen the best version of Pitch this year, the best version we've ever seen of him. And Spencer has been a little off, I guess. You could say that Spencer hasn't looked like the dominant Spencer, but we mentioned on last show that he looked like he had a little more gusto last time. So, they have two previous meetings. One was 10-5 Spencer, and the other was a second period fall. That was at NCAAs. So, I think, you could give a differential of Spencer when Spencer's on. He's probably the best on his feet in the country. I think it comes down to if you believe that Spencer has a turn in him.
Yeah, I mean, really, are we going to know what's going to happen in this match? Are we going to know what? I think we're going to know what kind of match it is after the first period, right? I mean, if it's 6-0, 8-0, type of thing for Spencer, it's over, right? Obviously, it's over for most guys, but but if it can be 2-1, 4-2, even 4-0, you can kind of feel like, okay, I can see how this could maybe turn into a thing for Pitch. But that's what I'm most interested to see.
Spencer hasn't been great in the third periods. That's sort of documented. And if Pitch can get there, Pitch is great on top.
Yeah. And I was going to say, we haven't really seen Spencer turn before, but I guess, Glory did in fact turn him and nearly pinned him. But I just think he's looking better now. And my question is, we saw Sebastian Rivera, and if there's maybe a wrestler that you could compare most closely to Sebastian Rivera at 125 pounds, it might be Pitch, right? But I'm curious if he can implement some of that game plan, if he's going to be able to keep Spencer off him the way Sebastian was able to.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. How many times has Pitch been taken down? I mean, in the match with Glory took him down, right?
Right.
So, man, I saw that clip. We posted a clip of real quick of Spencer taking Pitch down, and Spencer's movement and speed was crazy. And I'm like, I don't know. Even if the best version of Pitch can stop that.
Yeah, it's tough. The line is really super interesting. I really think, as the duel was approaching, and so much focus is on the first two weights. For a while, I was like, I think actually Pitch might have a better shot than DeSanto. I just don't like the matchup for DeSanto against Dayton. Now I'm starting to maybe drift back towards reality, and DeSanto definitely has a better shot. And while I do think Pitch is super, super, super good, having his best year, he's undefeated right now. Just what I've seen from Spencer the last week or so, I think he's back. But I think the first period's going to determine it, and I don't think it's going to be I don't think it's bonus. I think it's a regular decision for Spencer Lee, but I'm not ruling out an upset here.
I mean, yeah, I'm with you. I'm not picking Pitch. I'm not ruling out an upset. Listen, Spencer. I don't know how you can rule out anything. I don't know how you can. I don't think you can rule out a major. I don't think you can rule out a regular decision. I don't know how you can rule out an upset.
Yeah, you can't rule out any from decision to pin. You cannot rule that out with Spencer, and you can't rule out just a regular victory for Pitch at this point, which is why the first two matches are so insanely exciting. It's like the unknown is insane. It's weird that there's so much unknown with it, considering these two have wrestled twice, but I think there's a big element of mystery here. Now, it could be something where Spencer just annihilates him, of course. But so we're operating under that assumption. And I have the Wrestling Nomads picks here. I requested them.
All right.
And nice. He sent them. But first, let's go to Steve and Kyle.
I like Spencer by regular decision. I think he probably has a first period where he gets a takedown, maybe a turn. And I think it's kind of like their first match. If Spencer gets big enough cushion to where no matter what Pitch does in the third, it's probably out of reach.
Yes.
Did you guys remember the 10-5 match?
Like it was
Talk about how that
1
went
year
a
ago.
little bit.
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of like it was Spencer early. He got a takedown and a turn. And then he just kind of hung on at the end. He gave up, is it 2 or 3? I guess 2 takedowns.
2 takedowns. It was 10-0, I think, going into the third, or 10-1, something like that, going into the third period.
And his bottom movement wasn't really there either. He does this thing where he kind of cradles. He puts himself in a cradle, but no one can ever, take him over. But Pitch was, if he had maybe 10 more seconds, he might have been able to take him over. But, I just feel like we've seen Spencer hang on to leads before, and we should probably expect it again. And he seems to be pretty good right now. So,
So regular decision. What did Nomad take?
Nomad, he took Spencer, And this is so annoying. But it's so Nomad too.
It's so Nomad.
All right, so he sends me his winners, right? So I have all his winners, and we'll go into those. And I'm like, no bonus? He's like, there will be 2 bouts with bonus. Don't feel like picking where. So I said, fine. Fine.
So Nomad.
That is so Nomad. But because he doesn't pick, it's like that thing, if you don't choose, it'll be chosen for you. So we get to determine where the bonus point wins are for Nomad. And those are his official picks on the record. So let's be creative and think about when that would be the most fun.
Hey,
Yo.
great question from Facebook.
Love it.
Would you guys rather see 125, 133 to start the duel or end it?
Come on, dude.
Yep.
Come
I
on.
agree.
Is that one of them rhetorical questions, Spracky?
Well, no, you could start the duel with just awesome matches.
And
You should split it up.
and end with Stoll White. Start at 33, end with 25.
Yeah.
Who says no? Probably John Smith and Tom Brands. But other than that, not many other people probably saying no. That would be sick. Man, you know what? That should be...
John's changed the match order before.
Has he?
Yeah, they ended with Heil Meredith, that Wyoming duel.
Okay. All right.
And they ended with Bridges Fix in the Wyoming duel this year.
Maybe they just draw. Okay. Well, let's see if we can make it happen. But those... I feel like they're always going to start 25. You don't have to end with Stoll White, guys. You don't have to.
Put it on prime time, right? But don't put it on prime time. But don't do what you should do for prime time.
Do you want to address that, Willie?
No, we're gonna get into that later.
That's
we're gonna
later.
Keep on moving.
Okay.
After we make our picks, we're gonna address the stupid prime time thing. But now we're gonna go.
DeSantis versus
DeSantis.
Okay. And the local Oklahoma media, they're a little worried. They're concerned about Austin DeSanto and his DeSantics because they're asking John, they're asking Dayton, what do you think about this guy? He's kind of got some extracurriculars. And, of course, John Smith was like, I don't know, maybe a little overblown, but we're not going to worry about that. We're going to control our blah, blah, blah. And same, Dayton Fix is like, I'll let my wrestling do the talking. So they're aware of it. They've been so made aware of Austin DeSanto, if it's possible to avoid knowing what he's been up to this year. But I think this is another super fascinating one. And this matchup probably typifies the Iowa-Oklahoma State rivalry the most. I don't think Dayton is the most Oklahoma State like vintage guy. I think that's probably Cade Brock from a stylistic standpoint. But DeSanto is certainly extremely Iowa style, like the most
Quintessential. Yeah.
Quintessential, yes, Willie.
Yeah, I mean, to me, Dayton has a lot of slickness, and DeSanto moves forward. DeSanto, he sort of broke the unbreakable with Suriano. And so you can say, Dayton doesn't get tired, but neither did Nick. Does DeSanto's pace catch up to Fix? Or does all that forward pressure mean slide by, duck under, yada, yada, yada for Dayton?
So I think we're all kind of on the same wavelength there, Willie. My question is, and how I can see it, if DeSanto gives up an early takedown and gets ridden or something, I mean, Dayton can ride, right? He's a really good leg rider. He's tough to get away from. We've seen DeSanto struggle with leg riders last year with Mueller. Mueller just threw legs in on multiple occasions and gave him some real trouble from the top position. Now, he ultimately figured out how to beat Mueller, but, Fix a different animal. So I could see, I think if I'm Dayton, if I'm Oklahoma State, if I'm that staff, I think a huge thing, especially if there's concerns about pace, and like you said, we've never seen Dayton gas that I can recall. However, same like you just said with Suriano, we haven't seen that either, and it happened. So do you think, man, if you can get an early takedown and you can get a good ride going, is that something where, okay, that's going to mitigate a lot of pace if this guy's spending, a minute or two on his belly?
Sure. Yep. That's a good point. I mean, we've seen Dayton be good on top. I remember, right, wasn't it the first 2 weeks or something, we were like, wow, Dayton's really good on riding. So, maybe that's the game plan. The thing I worry about with DeSanto is sometimes, if obviously the brands are amazing coaches, right? They're going to have this scouted. They might tell DeSanto, watch your heavy ties and watch yourself when you're in there. But I think that's DeSanto's speed since he was 5. So you can say that and maybe he does that for a little, but at some point, natural kind of history, he's going to go back to that.
Oh, for sure. Okay. So I feel confident in a Dayton decision here, but I mean, DeSanto's been proving me wrong. He proved me wrong with Soriano, that's for sure. Did not expect him to win there. And, he's going to be ready to go and fired up. Hopefully no DeSantics beyond the ones we love, where he kind of yells and is demonstrative and funny and wrestles hard. Hoping for a great one here. I think it's, one of the matches I'm most excited to watch. Huh? We'll learn a lot.
We'll learn a lot.
I said Austin's he's not in that top tier. I said that. I mean, clearly he can change my mind Sunday, but right now I have the 3 I mentioned.
What's
before.
The line on that?
2.5 for Dayton, which I don't know, man. We're gonna get into Christian Pyle's Department of Agriculture later on, where I give away another.
That's Landed Farm.
I'm gonna give away another farm to the people. 2 straight weeks of giving farms away. I'm going to do it again. This is not one. If I had to bet one of them, I would bet DeSanto plus 2.5. I think that's the value, but that's not the farm bet.
It didn't open at 2.5. It must have got bet to 2.5.
What did it start at?
It started at 1.5 or 2.
Also, people really like in Dayton.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think at like 1.5, 2, maybe Dayton, but 2.5. The only thing that worries me, like if in that direction, is like if you went with DeSanto at 2.5 and fixes up 3-2 with 30 left, DeSanto's going to be coming like a bat out of hell, and you could tack on an extra takedown.
Potentially, yeah.
Listen, DeSanto's not going to lose 3-2 by standing around saying, there was no shot available.
Yeah, he will do something to mix it up. So that's where I see the value. Kyle Brackey, your selection, please, sir.
I'm going to take Dayton Fix by decision.
Fix decision. We are united here. Dan picked Dayton here, and we'll say by pin.
Nice. Good job. Good pick, Dan.
Good pick, Dan. Putting it on the line. I love it. 141, Max Murin for Iowa. Cade Brock, Oklahoma State. Cade, they said this on the broadcast, has not beat a ranked wrestler this year.
No.
That's not true, though, because he beat Sam Turner. So, kind of a lie. But he's like... his percentage is really low.
He beat Albert for like 6 minutes and 58 seconds.
Yeah, he had him beat. He is he is the ultimate wild card. He's ranked 14th right now. He lost to Ironman. He lost to Parker.
Why do I feel like Iowa has no chance in this match, and yet they probably do?
Because I do think they don't. Yeah, I agree. Iowa doesn't match up great here, but I just don't see them getting smoked. We're going to talk about some of the matches where they can pick up some points. This is one where they can definitely win. Max Murin is not ranked currently because he got Luiged on Friday, but still, I think this is a toss-up match, right? I think this is a really close one, but
at this point in time.
But really, these are both guys that the team needs, right? They need them for conferences and NCAAs to be.
Am I just going by Brock's history, like just that he's a better guy and a better thing historically? When I go like this, okay, 125. Okay, I go Spencer. 133. I go Dayton. 141. Okay, I go Brock. Am I just passing by that too quickly?
No, I don't think you are. I
No?
mean, that's what I did. Listen, you can, because I think we're saying the same thing. Yeah, Murin can win, but I'm not picking that. I'm not going to pick against Cade Brock against Max Murin. It's not like if Max had been having a great year, sure. If he hadn't just got Luiged a week ago, sure. But he got Luiged. So I'm going with Cade Brock, who has done many things, but he's never been Luiged.
He's never been Luiged.
So
Kyle, I'm going Brock too. Decision.
Cade decision.
So I'm going Cade decision here. I know it's crazy because he hasn't been awesome this year, but he's actually looked better recently.
Mm-hmm.
The Jay Nyman pin was very predictable.
It was.
Like Cade is gonna he's gonna go to where guys are good because he feels really confident in himself. So and I can't unsee Luig's or however you say it.
Yeah.
Google loss. Was that a Google loss for you guys?
It was borderline WikiLeaks loss.
Because I ain't never heard of Luig's. No offense.
And
but
you
I
know
didn't hear
everybody.
And you
on
know
every
every
team.
wrestler
Actually-
on every Division One
actually,
roster.
Actually, I did hear of him,
Okay.
but I didn't. I certainly I didn't know he was a starter.
Where's he from?
He's from Indiana.
Checks out.
Good guess.
And Daniel Roy Lobdell Jr. will all be Max Power double.
Wow.
Did he really?
Yep.
Dan, Dan's on his way. He's on his way, en route to this house right now.
Dang. That sounds good.
I
Okay.
can't wait to see the gems he comes up with on Tinder for Easton.
Oh my gosh. All right. Recover here. Recover. 149. Pat Lugo versus Caden G-Feller. Now,
Yeah, what a weird one.
I don't think it is.
You don't think it's weird?
No. I think man, you just look at their years side by side. I don't think it's weird. I think Caden is a huge favorite.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
if
here.
you
You know
look
what
at
I think
their-
it is. You know
what-
what I think. Here's what it is. I think I know. Because I think I'm going through the same thing you're going right now, Willie. Because there's a pragmatic side of me that says for sure, G. Just look at side by side their year. Then there's just that gut thing, like I don't know. I just don't know because, well, we saw, and it could be a little recency with the Mahler loss. Not that there's
I
any
mean,
shame
that's
that,
all it is.
Yeah.
If I never saw the Brock Mahler match, if it was a week, let's say G just sat out or something, or the Missouri wasn't on the schedule. If that match never happened, I'm sitting here saying, yeah, G all day by at least by a takedown or something. But that match did happen, and the way I feel is G wasn't close to a takedown. He just didn't look right. I can't take a guy that didn't look right over Lugo, who knows how to win close matches.
I hear that. I feel that. However, just knowing the point scoring potential on both sides, it's really tough to pick against G. And I think you look at but the one thing I am worried about, it's not so much that he lost to Mahler or how he lost to Mahler. It's just freshmen just have a tendency to have just periods where there's lulls, right?
Yeah.
And I think it could be more of a freshman lull thing with G than it is, him not wrestling well. It's just one of those just natural things that happen. So I'm more worried about that than those two actually being super close in skill.
How about the technical side of things? I just, I say Lugo, but Lugo is not taking G down with those sort of half shot kind of things, and like G's a scrambler.
He can
I mean,
scramble.
he'll fight takedowns off. I don't know. Do you think Lugo has the firepower to take him down?
Well, Lugo's best hold is his underhook, right? And G is very comfortable upper body. He likes underhooks too, but he's also good with overhooks. He can wrestle there. And for the guys that have been able to finish on G, by and large, can finish quickly. And we were talking about it Tuesday. It's like G doesn't finish that, or Lugo doesn't finish that quickly.
Yes.
So I just think stylistically it doesn't match up great. So for that reason, I'm saying G by a decision.
Yeah, I'm saying that. I'm going that way too.
I thought you were taking Lugo.
No.
Oh. I take G by decision. Give me the guy that's going to get to legs consistently, and I think he's a better scrambler than Lugo too.
Yes,
yeah.
I agree.
That's why I'm taking him, because he's better scrambler. And Lugo, if Lugo doesn't finish crisp and clean, I mean, that's turning Lugo's points into G's points, which I can see happening.
Correct. So that is 149. We move on up to 157 pounds. Caleb Young versus, I think it'll be Wyatt Sheets. I'm not ruling out that we'll eventually see Andrew Schomers back here manning 157 pounds. And if so, I think that's I don't know, maybe this is probably a toss-up both ways, but, man, Sheets has dropped some matches this year. He's looked better of late, but I think Young's a pretty solid favorite here, but I don't see Young widening the gap. Or I guess before we get into the match, are we under the assumption it's going to be Wyatt, and are we going to predict based on that?
I am.
Okay.
Agreed.
All right, then we have agreed. So let it be written.
I think Young, he's another guy that hasn't really. He'll win controlled matches, but he doesn't really open things up. I'll take him. I don't even know that there's that much to talk about in this match, but I'll take Young by decision.
I will as well. Young decision. Forever Young.
Forever
Are you guys impressed by Sheets' performance against Jock Hughes?
So, a little bit. Not super impressed, though. It wasn't, blown away. I mean, he didn't win. And Jake Hughes is, he's 14th. So, I think he looks good. I think Sheets will eventually be an All-American caliber guy. I don't think he is right now in this moment.
Yeah. I think he's just solid right now.
That's the other thing with Schomers, man. Look at this weight. I mean, just read these names.
Yeah.
Look at these results. If Schomers is down at 57 and good, he is right there with any of these guys. You could tell me he can't beat Steve Blyes. He had Blyes beat. And then Blyes went Hulk smash right at the end. Eric Barone, Keyshawn Hayes, even Caleb Young.
What's Barone and Keyshawn rank?
9th and 8th.
Yeah.
But Caleb Young is 7th and Larry Early is 6th. And then then I think it really changes tiers, even though Early has the win over Hidley. I think Nolfberger, Deacon, Hidley, Pentelio. I feel pretty reliably that those are the 5 best guys in some order. Probably something like that order, except maybe I don't know. But yeah, with Young and those guys, I think you can shake them up, and because no one has really cemented themselves as
that's why I said. I mean, that's another reason. It's pointless now, but looking back, why the plan wasn't for Boo at 57. I mean, who can beat them guys?
I don't know. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so we're
Young all around. What Nomad take?
Nomad said Young.
No.
And then 165. Right. This is a rematch. Chandler Rogers, Alex Marinelli. This will be only their second meeting, I believe. It was a Carver Hawkeye win for the Bull last time around, where the deciding takedown was a counter go behind from heavy hips from Marinelli, runs behind, gets his 2, and then there was a late takedown, I think kind of a desperation thing at the end, as I recall. But a very close match last time around. But I think at that point, I don't think Rogers was wrestling a little better than maybe he is right now.
Mm-hmm.
And more importantly, I think Bull is just wrestling as well as we've ever seen him, right? And his pace is so problematic, and he's shooting a lot more consistently. And when he shoots, I mean, you see he finishes at a really high clip. So I think he's a pretty like going into it last year. I'm pretty sure I actually picked Rogers to beat Marinelli last year. Now I feel super strongly that Marinelli's gonna get the win.
Could this
here.
one get out of hand?
No.
Could this one like unravel? No, you don't.
Oh,
You don't
well,
see a scenario. You don't see a scenario where Bull gets one, and then maybe Chandler tries something funky, and Bull gets another one, and then it just unravels.
I suppose, but I don't think there's much. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there's a lot of track record for that happening to Chandler. You know, he's had this crazy arsenal all along, and normally I just don't see that happening personally. I think he's comfortable enough that he's not going to get blown away. But yeah, I mean, like if there was bonus points in this, I would be pretty stunned. Marinelli doesn't get a.
No, I mean, I don't know. I guess I don't mean bonus points. But
I mean like
I guess
7-2.
where it's like, yeah.
Okay, I could see that. I could see it being 3 takedowns to none with riding time for Marinelli or something like that, which would maybe get us in that range. So yeah, maybe in a way I do think it's possible. I mean, he took down Wick 3 times. He can maybe do it here, but I'm thinking it's a 1-2 takedown match for Alex Marinelli.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bull. I don't think that Chandler's not been clicking on all cylinders, and I think in the best case scenario, if Chandler is clicking on all cylinders at home, it's probably a toss-up match or a slight Bull edge, but I'm picking Bull rather confidently, I would say.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Daniel Roy picks the Bull. Kyle Brackey.
I picked the Bull as well. I don't see how Chandler can take him down.
This is the worst whiteboard war ever, by the way. It's just like complete uniform agreement.
He got to legs. Chandler got to legs, and he got to his lock in the first match. He just couldn't finish, and I don't know if that changes.
Marinelli is so dang strong. It's crazy how strong he is. So yeah, I don't know if it changes either. So okay. Now we're at 174, and I guess Oklahoma State's in the lead at this point. And I think after we do this, we have to pick our where we're most concerned that something crazy could happen and get switched, because I feel like it's really strong.
Has anybody been keeping score?
Forward. No.
If you just have a decisions the whole way, we're tied at 9.
Okay. So I think Iowa needs they almost need to be ahead here, because you're coming into the Smith brothers, as Brackey called them, then 84. Okay, that'll be the Smith brothers, then Weigel, then Stoll. I mean, it's gonna be tough here. Okay. So 174, we've got, I guess, is it the dealership? Is it Keegan Shaw versus
the dealership?
It's Dealershaw.
Dealershaw. TJ Dealershaw? Yeah, so I would like to operate under the assumption this could be Steve Bowman Chevy Dodge. So we'll go with him. There's not much to say here, right?
Not much to say.
Not much to say. Joseph should win here comfortably. The question is bonus. I don't see bonus here, but I could see bonus here, right? I'm not going to predict it, but it can definitely happen.
Yeah, I'm not predicting it either, but I think this is one, where the gap's wide. It's not going to be a one takedown match. I think Joe wins by a couple takedowns.
Yep. Now, the question is, he's going to have to weigh in light here. He's probably going to weigh 168 or something, 169. I don't know. Is that a factor at all? He's also on a 3-match losing streak, which has maybe not happened in his life.
I ain't worried about that. I ain't worried about the weight. What? But his losses were what? Lujan, Daniel Lewis,
Cutler.
I ain't worried about the weight. He got the gravy, dude. He ain't sucked out. I mean,
he got the gravy.
You tell me You tell me I gotta weigh in 3 pounds less by tomorrow. I'm like, oh, all right, cool. I'll skip that third dinner.
So you're comparing yourself to Joe Smith. That's
No, I'm saying when you got the gravy, dude, you got the gravy. You got it. You got it to lose.
Okay. All right, Mr. Gravy himself, Kabraki, what do you like here?
That's an insult, I think.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Joe Smith decision. I want to pick the major.
But you're scared.
I am.
What's holding you
You're
back?
so scared, dude.
You know what? Screw it, major.
Wow.
Wow.
Is that our first bonus point of the
It
other
is.
than
no,
the, Nomad picked Dayton to pin DeSanto? Okay.
It's gonna be really funny when he does it.
Oh, that would be the most Nomad prediction of all time. Remember when Joe Smith beat David McFadden 11-4?
Yeah.
If that guy's
That's
around, locate that guy. If that guy's here, we're gonna probably be like, we didn't pick a major here. Well, Kyle did. Kyle's the one guy with
Kyle
it.
did.
All right.
I'm not picking it. I don't know. Shaw can fight.
It's
Oh, now
not
it's Shaw?
It's not Shaw's.
Are they gonna
it's the
sub
dealership.
him? If they can sub, second period Shaw.
I actually like the major over Bowman better.
Then Shaw.
I'll take Joe to major Bowman.
Oh, now you're
I
changing.
won't take him to major Shaw.
I feel the opposite. I feel the
I think
exact
Shaw-
opposite.
Shaw was not
I think
listed on the probables. And he
All
has
right,
not
give me a
wrestled
major.
since the Nebraska duel. I don't think he's gonna wrestle.
Okay, so Willie's got a major for Joe over Bowman, but if Shaw wrestles, he's got Shaw over Joe by regular decision.
That's what I said.
Mikey Labriola majored Shaw. You don't think Joe Smith
Yeah,
would?
not Joe Smith. No way. I don't know why. Keegan Shaw would be well undersized here, too. He's just get horsed around.
Yeah, I know.
Joe will beat the heck out of him.
Undersized by a guy that's. Well, I mean, he's also weighing light.
But you said it's got the gravy.
Man, so are you
He's a
recanting your
65.
gravy statement? Are you recanting your gravy statement? Okay, well, Keegan Shaw's a 49 by the Iowa roster.
True, but that was a late major by Labriola. Anyway,
A major's a major.
He didn't major him in the first period, Becky. All right.
it's not like he was woodshedding him.
He was ragdolling him. What are you talking about? Labriola was throwing him around.
Not until the third period.
That's
I
just
think
fake
this
news.
match. I think this match will have a third period, Willie.
Fine. Why we're talking about a match that's not even happening.
I know,
Because
but-
of you.
Because yeah,
I'm gonna put it in the minutes.
we're talking about a match that can't happen.
we're also
And make
talking
sure
about
you tell
Shaw.
everyone it was your fault that we talked about it.
Yeah. I need you to own it. It's one of our
All
core
right.
values.
It
Here
was
at Flow
14-4.
Sports.
It was a woodshed.
14-4.
Get out of here.
But it wasn't 14-4 until the third period. Okay,
You know what I'm saying? It was like 3 point. I don't know.
got
It
it.
wasn't a lot going into third. 184.
Jacoby Smith versus Bitcoin, aka Cash Wilkie. This is one. Is this a Spidey Sense one? I don't know, because Jacoby should definitely win this match, no problemo. But Cash Wilkie, kind of
I
a.
know, Cash. Will.
This is the one where I'm like, if you're gonna
Iowa
go a little,
Magic?
if you're going a little zany, if you're gonna say, well,
Little
I was gonna make,
Iowa
this is
spooky
the one.
dust, right?
Spooky dust, and but at the same time, Jacoby has been so good at 84 to the point where Nomad has kind of raised this issue, like, why are they getting him out of it? Are we sure Gear's the better guy at 84? And not that that's necessarily what they're saying, but by moving him down, but still, it's like he's beaten some really good dudes. Beat Foster. I mean, he smashed Foster.
Yeah.
Double dang. This is a double dang situation.
Maybe they can get Gear down to 74.
All right, Bracky, you go first this time. How about it?
I would take Jacoby Smith. I like this matchup for him.
I kind of don't. I feel like Wilkie's really strong. Like, not gonna get blown through. Double to single. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm so stupid. I don't know. Willie, you go. This one is hurting me.
You're like the coat. You're like the Fonz in the Waterboy, pretending to fake. He goes left.
I'm a
Yeah.
Henry Winkler and I just tortured geniuses.
So I don't know. I I believe in Wilkie every step of the way. And then a couple weeks ago, I say, I'm out. I'm out on Wilkie.
Then he
And
beats
now,
Vince.
yeah. And now I'm probably stupid for picking Jacoby. And all Iowa fans will say,
there's no way
I
you're
told you
stupid
so.
for picking Jacoby. Jacoby is the very much conventional wisdom favorite here. You've been high on Wilkie so much. I went back and re-listened to the whiteboard war we did in August for this one. You're like, I just like Wilkie. I was like, what are you talking about, man? Why? What is this based on? It's based on nothing. And really, there's not a ton to be that excited about. He wrestles everyone so close.
Yeah. No, I'm going with Jacoby.
This is the one I'm gonna hate myself the most.
You doing it?
No, but I'm gonna take Jacoby. But I think I'm really gonna hate myself.
Why? I don't know why you would hate yourself, because you always poo-poo Wilkie.
Yeah, I know.
Why would you take him?
It would be great to, that would make it even sweeter. But I'm going with him. Give me Jacoby. But this is definitely one the Hawkeyes can win. 1,000%. He's gonna weigh like 178 or something.
Here's the thing, though.
6 pounds?
I mean, you talk about yeah, and Wilkie.
Can I get
was
a gravy
97.
situation? Give me the gravy sitch for Jacoby.
Jacoby?
For Cash.
Did you ever see Jacoby? He ain't got no gravy, dog.
No gravy.
That dude's nothing but I-beams. He's steel.
I don't even know. Oh, I-beams. I thought you meant
Hey.
IBMs.
You say this like looking through the duel, right? When we get done and we have Oklahoma State something and Iowa something, it sounds like you're going to go back and say, okay, which matches can flip, and you're going to point to 84. I think 49, maybe more than that. You think 184 is the most flippable?
We'll get to it. We'll get to most flippables. We
Okay.
always do most flippables after. Okay, that's our tradition for years now, Willie. Don't try to buck the tradition of when we do the flippables. Now, Willie.
What does Roy have?
So CP, who'd you take?
I got Jacoby. He's Smith. Oh, he said Smith and Smith Brothers Incorporated. So that means he picked Jacoby.
Does Willie
Kyle.
have?
Jacoby. He has Jacoby also.
Okay, cool.
Kyle, do me and you have the same exact thing?
No. We're all 1 point off. I have it Oklahoma State 16-9. You guys have it 15-9 because I took Joe by a major.
No, I took Joe by major too.
You did?
Yeah. So
Okay, then
all
yeah,
right,
we
I just
do
wanna
have
get
the
a
same
score
thing.
update. 16-9 going to now. This is low key one of the most interesting ones at a time.
I know, we haven't even talked about this one. I think
Warner Weigel.
And the obvious, maybe the low-hanging fruit here in this one is we watched Tanner Sloan tilt this guy up, Jacob Warner, and tech fall him. Okay, what does Weigel do? He's like probably the best tilter at this weight. Do you just say, just right there, that's all we need to know, right? Jacob is not a super he's not, I mean, he's a freshman, right? He doesn't have that consistent leg attack as of yet. I think the matchup is good for Weigel, right? How do you not say that? But I think this is when we get to our most flippables. Maybe it's this one. But
Yeah,
there's no
the
conventional wisdom is just Weigel, straight up.
I think all the ingredients are there, like that you say, yeah, Weigel by decision. That's the safe pick. That's the information's there to make that pick. But I don't know. I feel like Warner. When Warner's getting tilted up, Warner kind of appeared out of sorts that whole tournament. I didn't think I don't think that's the version of where Warner is now. I don't know if it's physical training. I don't know if it's mentally. I don't know what it is, but I just felt like when things started going sideways at Midlands, Warner got a little derailed.
Yes, I agree with that. Now, let's think. Weigel needed a late takedown against Coling to win. He didn't look great against Air Force.
Wasn't that frustrating?
It's so frustrating, Willie.
I'm watching. No, not that it was close, but it's like it looked like Weigel got pissed that it was close, or Weigel got pissed about something, and then he just freight train doubled him. Like,
Yeah.
why don't you just do that?
I don't know. Just shoot more. A Dan Lobb.
But he doesn't. One time, me and Kyle were in Stillwater one time, and he was winning like 14-0 after the first period. Didn't get the major, or didn't get the tech, or something like that.
He got the tech because of riding time, but he didn't score another point the last 2 periods.
Yeah.
I listened to it. We talked about that on the Whiteboard War in August. Y'all mentioned that story. He does do that. I'm doing it. Buckle up. Jacob Warner wins this match.
I don't hate it. Yeah. I mean, if Weigel's going to play it close to the vest like that, I see Warner. I mean, Warner was an elite high school guy. You know, he just crushed everybody. Can he score a takedown on Weigel? Sure, but I'm not picking it.
My thing with Warner is, like, so much of his dominance was freestyle. I'm still picking him, but just going back to his high school thing, he just liquefied ribs with his gut wrench. He had the best go behind gut wrench, but still, I think it's gonna happen. I haven't really picked anything but chalk this entire one, and I kind of feel all right about this one, just given the trajectories. Give me Jacob Warner. Go ahead, Willie.
All right, I don't hate it. No, I'm taking Weigel. I don't know. I'm taking Weigel, I guess, from top work.
Yeah, that makes sense. Kyle Brackey.
I'm gonna take Weigel. He's really comfortable in close matches like this.
That's a great point too.
The dude just finds ways to win, whether it's riding time, getting a late takedown against Coling, who made no attempt to shoot whatsoever.
That's a great point.
So, and I don't trust Jacob Warner's bottom game. Like, whether he gets turned or not.
Is he gonna get away?
Right. So that's a point in 2 minutes of Warner not being able to do anything. Give me Weigel. Love
it. That's gonna be a fun one. We need to talk about that one some more. I think that's gonna be maybe the most exciting, really telling matches. You know, it has major implications down the line.
Yeah. What is Weigel ranked? Is Weigel ranked ahead of him?
No, we kind of gave him a solid, respectful 6th spot behind Warner and Miklas, which is based totally on the guy beat Kyle Cannell and Michael Machiavello last year. So it's kind of a respect thing. And, he's back wrestling. There's no reason to think he's not what he was.
I don't recall. That was in Italy. I don't think that was really close, was it?
Not particularly.
No, it's 5-4.
That's not close.
5-4?
Not till the third. not till the third period though. That wasn't the final score until the end. Okay.
You're gonna go with that. You're gonna run with that one. Okay. Heavyweight. Bulk
you
job.
said it. I'm not running with it. You said it. Heavyweight.
No, you know what I'm talking about. You like to run with those things.
Run tell that. All right. Derek White, Sam Stoll. Someone said this stat, and I suppose it's true because I just believe them now that as I search in my memory, Sam Stoll's not been taken down this year. Not been taken down. Now,
God,
he did not wrestle Gable Stevenson, who's one of his Gable specialties is taking other humans down. But he hasn't wrestled. He hasn't been taken down yet this year. I feel like Derek White's going to need a takedown, but maybe not because we've seen Stoll ridden out. I think this version of Stoll is not the version that beat Derek White last year.
Absolutely not.
Therefore, heretofore, I declareth Derek White the victor here by a decision.
Yeah. I mean, I'm taking Derek White too. I don't know. Stoll might not have been taken down this year, but how many takedowns does he have?
Fair point.
So
he took down the
Deuce. It's really hard to pick against White when he can go out there. If you're telling Derek White, okay, watch Sam Stoll's last 2 matches. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to go out there for 3 minutes. You're going to hand fight. Then you're going to take bottom. You're going to escape. Stoll is either going to take down and you're going to ride him out, or ride him for at least a minute, or he's going to take neutral. At which time you just hand fight for 2 more minutes.
Well, that's where can White stand there and not get moved around by Stoll? I mean, that if he has to go 5 minutes not getting pushed around, small mat.
Did you see their match last year?
I did.
They didn't get pushed around last year.
I felt like he got forced into some bad shots that put him in bad position. I'm pretty sure the shot he took was on the edge.
Maybe, but this ain't the same Sam Stoll either.
From neutral, it's not much different, buddy.
It's not the same guy. And he still almost beat him last year.
What would you do if Stoll, like, he had a completely different stance and was started shooting low singles?
I would enjoy it more.
Oh, snap. This is the scene of the crime.
This is where he got hurt 2 years ago.
This is where he got hurt.
Yep. Against Schaefer. That really stunk. Hope that doesn't happen again. But I've got White winning this one. And I think could be a little closer than you guys are giving it credit for. I know White has been awesome this year. He's only lost to Gable. He beat Kassar, who's been great this year otherwise. But I think, Sam, a lot of people saying he won't wrestle this match. I think he definitely is going to wrestle this match. I'd be really surprised if he didn't. Then again, I said that Spencer Lee would wrestle Sebastian. But they need him.
I don't see any way on God's green earth that you could look at the matches recently and see a way where Stoll takes White down. I mean, you raise a good point in that he moves them around. He could move them, hypothetically, he could move them around. I just don't see it in the last. I mean, I don't think Sammy's there. I don't think he's healthy enough to do that.
Okay. Now, where is this most likely to go wrong?
The flippables?
The flippables. Hey, what, Kyle Brackey, can you give us final scores?
Yeah, Willie and I 22-9 for OSU, 18-12 for UCP.
Great war.
Yes.
Now, man, 22-9.
Right. That's not gonna happen.
Hawkeye haters. Yeah, you're Hawkeye haters.
No, we're not.
I only have them losing by 6.
Probably went chalk in matchups that we're not sure about. Or
18-12.
9. What did we not? We didn't pick anybody in the back half, did we?
No, that was
We had Oklahoma State sweep.
Oklahoma State's favored from 74 up, and we just went chalk there.
All right, so they're probably, so I would need like a +2 flip to even make it competitive. Take away 6 from.
Not in my scenario. My scenario is one match, and it's 15-15, and it comes down to match points.
Let's give him Warner.
It's giving them Warner. Yeah. So if DeSanto, Lugo, Murin, Shomers or Sheets, I mean, there's 4.
Any one of those.
Wilkie.
Oh,
man. It's one of those. Sometimes duels are so much closer than the score can indicate, but I really think the ones where we look back and say, okay, for me, it's 84. And I'll say 84 and 41.
The weird thing about it is, name a flip in this duel. We just made all our picks. Name one flip in this duel that your head would explode. Maybe 74.
74, my head would explode. Literally, I would have no more head.
Okay, that's the only one, right?
Yeah, I mean, Bracky and I were talking yesterday. There's 9 within the margin matches here. 9.
Yeah.
I mean, very reasonable. Rogers went. It's not audacious for Rogers to beat Alex Marinelli. It's not audacious for Wilkie to beat Smith. He beat Vins. It's not audacious for
Marinelli was 6th last year at NCAAs. Rogers was 7th.
Austin DeSanto did what Dayton Fix could not do to Nick Suriano. Take him down. I think that's maybe. That's the most flippable. 33 for sure. So it's right there for Iowa to win it. They're going to be in competitive matches that are going to be won in the third period. And what if Spencer gets a pin? Right? That's going to change everything because I just don't see Oklahoma State with many bonus opportunities apart from 74. So if he can get a pin or a tech or even just one bonus point, that's going to be big. So that's kind of where I see it being most flippable in that one. So we all three think Oklahoma State. And to close out O'Danny Boy's picks, he had Weigel and Derek White to close it out. Cowboy bulk job.
One of them by Tech.
Yes, he did have White by Tech over Stoll. So he has Dayton by Pin over DeSanto and White by Tech over Stoll. He said, and he actually said here for the Tech, no near fall, just straight takedowns. He says 30 to 15. You know what that means. All right, he's on the record.
The most points Stoll has given up all year is 3.
3.
So you know it's going to be low scoring.
So you know he's getting teched. Okay.
All right.
So that's that. We went over the most flippables. Any thoughts there from Steve and Kyle as we go?
No.
Okay.
You guys nailed it.
Oh, wow. Thanks, man. It means a lot. All right, what we got next, Willie? Where you want to go?
Well,
should we go Alien Hour right now?
Let's go Alien Hour.
Because
briefly, I want to say something about business.
Are we talking business?
Is it booming?
We're talking business.
We're talking business.
These idiots, and I'll call them idiots, that don't know how capitalism works, I guess, are like, now there's this one duel on Flow that everybody wants to watch, and people are saying it should be on cable. Oh, if Flow was doing the right thing for the sport, it make it more accessible to people. Mm-hmm. Listen, Flow bought the rights to it when nobody else wanted it. Flow paid the most money. It made the most sense for Oklahoma State to go with our deal than other people's deals. So why, when we're doing all this production, now it's the Super Bowl one, and now it should be on a station, a network that never gave one iota? I mean, think about what you're saying here, number one.
That was
number
just number
two,
one.
Yeah. I mean, there's people that literally said if Flow had the best interest in the sport, they would let it be carried by somebody bigger. Well, first of all, you're probably 50 and you think television is free, and you probably think like the discrepancy between those who have cable and those who don't have cable is a vast sea of difference, which is not. Christian, back me up here.
Well, I think one, ESPN. There's just a very strange infatuation with ESPN. That
insane.
It is amazing. The obsession, and what is it not painfully obvious? ESPN they don't care about wrestling. Ask the Ivy League coaches that we communicate with how they feel about all their duels being on ESPN now, and how it's hindered them and what they're able to do and what they want to do. They don't want it, right? So I think that is that is one thing. The ESPN obsession. Get over that. Number two, they don't want this. They don't want it. They didn't want Iowa, Oklahoma State. So you're mad at Flow that we have it. Well, we're the ones that care. We're the ones that are trying to tell Alex Marinelli's story, and Spencer Lee's and Austin DeSantos and Dayton Fix. We're the ones trying to contextualize this. So I'm sorry you don't feel like it should be on Flow, but there wasn't a long line to get these rights. And that says what they say about our sport. Now, sure, would it be great if, we had a Super Bowl and it was, wrestling was the biggest sport in the world? Yeah, that'd be great. And if it was on, NBC prime time, like the Super Bowl or whatever whoever carries the Super Bowl, I don't even know.
Yeah, I will say that if those networks do their due diligence and cover the sport 12 months a year.
Exactly. And that is the huge difference, Willie. That is what they're missing. They want that NFL treatment. You have wall-to-wall NFL coverage on ESPN, on Fox Sports, on all of these networks that are just nonstop NFL. That's what we are trying to provide at Flow for wrestling, right? But hold on, Willie. Hold on. Let me go. The issue is, and everyone thinks, okay, we cast this wide net and people will happen upon this wrestling event and then they'll love it like they love football. They love football because they know what's going on. The problem is, and just ask yourself this, and you're lying to yourself when you think, the casual fans or the casual viewer will happen upon this and they'll watch it and then they'll like it. Has that ever happened to anyone? Have you? I think of all the random sports that are on ESPN, ESPN2. I haven't become a fan of one of them in my life. I didn't start liking, bowling or pool or anything like that partially because they don't really cover those sports. They just happen to show them, right? There's no actual coverage of the PBA on ESPN. There's no real focus on, they have spike ball on there, but there's no contextualization on ESPN. They just happen to put it on there. And if you put it on there and you have no context about what Iowa and Oklahoma State is in the sport and you don't know anything about these kids' stories, why are you going to care? Okay? But you're getting that with Flo, and I just completely disagree that, you put this thing on ESPN primetime, boom, we got all these eyeballs, and it's going to change everything.
I mean, first of all, we do the context all year long for NCAAs. It's us in the streets every day with NCAA coverage, and ESPN cashes in on the NCAA tournament with, us building up the context for 12 months. And the other thing is, so what? So Flo does this thing 12 months a year, and then when there's a Super Bowl, somebody else should have it. You don't think that we deserve the big one? We don't.
Well, I don't even care about that. I mean, it's like, sure, if you don't think, if you would prefer it on ESPN, fine. If you think they're whatever is better, okay, fine. But just understand how the real world works too.
Well, yeah, that's obvious. They literally said, "Give it away."
For me, it's just they have every opportunity to go out and get these rights if they want to, and they don't because it doesn't get them ratings, and they don't care. They would much rather have college basketball on, which is going to drive ratings. Yeah. Why do we want to give them something that they don't care about?
Yeah. It just happens in a vacuum. It's a one-off thing for them. And, sorry, guys.
Sorry you're stuck with us.
Sorry. Okay. Next up. This is themed, Kyle, you can explain, but it's time for everyone's favorite hour that lasts about 10 minutes, Kyle Bracke's Alien Hour.
Okay, so this week we thought with the Iowa-Oklahoma State discussion, we're going to be in Stillwater, so we thought we'd go to Oklahoma and dive into one of...
Talk about that process, Brackey, because someone sent you a very detailed map.
Yeah, it was really cool. Someone DM'd me on Instagram a map of humanoids around the country. Mm-hmm. And we've hit on a few of them already, actually. Mothman, the skunk ape, and I was going to do Wendigos last week. We didn't get a chance to do that, but we'll circle back. And this one I had not heard of, but it was on the map, the Oklahoma octopus. And I was instantly intrigued.
No.
Yes, Willie.
There's no octopi.
Nope.
Just wait.
No, there is.
There's Animal Planet specials, I think.
There is. It's called Lost Tapes. You can find it on YouTube. It's a 25-minute episode.
We'll embed it in the show.
Yeah. But anyways, it is there's at least 3 of these octopus, okay? They're in Lake Thunderbird, which is near Norman, Lake Oologah, which is between Tulsa and the Kansas border, and Lake Tenkiller, which you should probably not go to Lake Tenkiller ever, which is in Muskogee, which is near the Arkansas border. But it is a large, horse-sized freshwater demon. And
oh my gosh.
It has been just sucking people under. It just drowns people, and they never find their bodies. The drowning rate, yes, the drowning rate from Oklahoma from 2007 to 2008 went up 40%. It was the highest it ever been since 2001.
What?
Yes.
So people are terrible swimmers. There's either 2 things going on. They either can't swim, which no way, or there's a demented octopod in the lakes of Oklahoma.
Now, a lot of you will say, well, it's freshwater. How can an octopus live in freshwater? Great question. To you, I say, why was an octopus found in a lake in Arkansas? Okay? It was found there because someone got it as a pet, irresponsibly, of course, and couldn't take care of it anymore and was like, I'm just going to throw it in this lake. And, it evolved.
What? No. Why did you assume that?
Daggone it, Arkansas.
It evolved.
Who has an octopus pet?
No, listen. People do. This is like when people get alligators, and then they're like,
Tyson?
listen.
They put salt water in their bathtub?
Just listen, Willie, okay? It sounded like a good idea at the time. It was small, and they're like, oh, I got this saltwater tank. I'll keep it in here. And then it got really big, and they're like, I don't know what to do with this. But so they put it in the lake in Arkansas, and it evolved. It adapted. It is able to live in fresh water, and that is what this octopuses have done. Octopi have done.
Oh my gosh.
Pussies. I'm gonna go octopus.
If you are
That sounds naughty.
visiting any of these lakes in Oklahoma, please be careful.
Please be careful. And the one near
Listen,
there's one near
I think
Norman.
we
Could
need-
this potentially explain the troubles we're seeing with the Oklahoma wrestling team?
It could.
Is it?
They could be literally scared to death.
They could be scared to death. Are they scared to shoot because they're worried an octopus may suck them under at any given point?
Yeah,
hey,
absolutely.
You need to get the word from the street. The word in Oklahoma. When you go to Oklahoma this weekend, ask if they're concerned. Ask if the citizens, how the citizens feel about it.
I'm gonna ask around about it for sure.
We're gonna ask around. We're getting there tomorrow, midday, so we'll have a lot of time with the people of Stillwater and to see,
Okay, listen, Spay's going, right?
Spade's going.
And you guys are going early?
Yeah.
Okay. Get Spay a scuba suit. Get him under with a waterproof camera, GoPro, in Lake Tin Kill. What is it called?
Tin Killer.
Tin Killer. Yep.
Oh gosh.
All right. We need Spay scuba.
Well, the closest
We need
one
scuba
would
suit.
be Lake Thunderbird, because we're gonna go right through Norman. So maybe we just pull off those Spay and see what happens.
Yeah. Although I feel like we should use Kyle for scuba, because then he could actually be Scuba Steve.
Oh gosh, dang it. Well, listen.
Are we really gonna miss that
no-
opportunity?
There are no pictures of the
course not.
Oklahoma octopus, so you know what? I'll do it, and I just need a waterproof camera, and I'll be the guy that uncovers that mystery, and it'll be great content for us.
It'll be
There's
great
not
content.
one picture.
No, there's not a picture of the.
No, Willie, because it pulls people from under the water, and they never find their bodies.
And
How are you
just-
gonna get a picture
Maybe-
of that?
In most places, that's called they drowned.
Yes, he is drowning them.
Why are more people drowning?
Oh, okay. So all drowning deaths in the U.S. are due to freshwater octopi.
No, not all, just the ones in those 3 lakes in
The
Oklahoma.
percentage increase can be attributed to the octopus. We're not saying all of them, but
You
yes.
want to live a closed-minded life?
Yeah,
Go for it.
I'm gonna believe in something. I'm gonna
Hey,
believe in a
Kyle,
demented
I believed in.
octopus.
Listen, I believed in Avril. I did an Avril challenge video.
I know, a lot of people
on
did. That was great.
Twitter.
Thanks.
I
did that.
and I
challenge.
believed in it. I believed in it, Kyle. This one I don't know if I believe in octopi.
That's fine.
I just think people from Arkansas are driving over. They're saying not in my, and they're just dumping octopuses
on-
left and right.
That's smart not to get rid of it in your state.
Yeah, exactly. Okay,
All right,
it's time for
that was
Christian.
Alien Hour.
Now it's time for CP's Department of Agriculture.
Okay.
So back-to-back weeks, I've given away farms, and if you listen to me, you have 4 farms right now because you listened to me about Nick Lee versus McKenna, and you listened to me about Hilger versus Stoll. Now, only a few bets are up on BetDSI, but there's one that I think, from a pragmatic standpoint, is very obvious, and it is Pat Lugo, Caden Gefeller. Gefeller is a 0.5 point favorite, okay, which basically this is a pick'em, all right?
I don't even know how that worked. It started as a pick'em.
Okay, well
Now it
now
went to 0.5, which I think is still a pick'em.
which is still a pick'em to me, but I just think the odds are a little different. Doesn't matter. The point is, this is an easy one. From an odds standpoint, you're getting pick'em odds for G versus Lugo, which at no point have their seasons looked really similar, right? Now, there is the element that Lugo wrestles everyone close, so this one will be within the margins. Yeah, I agree with that, but I just think the points, where are the points going to come from for Lugo? I'm just not entirely sure. I think this is a pretty clear one. Most of the lines are not that tasty. I said that DeSanto plus 2.5 is pretty interesting, but for me, bet the farm, Caden Gefeller over Pat Lugo. Boom.
Okay, hey, I can get on board with that for sure. I mean, me personally, I wouldn't wager money until I saw.
You'll
The
bet
next-
after the match.
No, I'm just saying I wouldn't bet a match with Caden in it until I saw his next performance because I don't know what he was last match. But if Department of Agriculture says it, you go with it. You get another farm.
I got the almanac.
What do you think though of because Yanni McKenna's posted?
Oh my gracious, that's a stay away. I don't know. I mean, what is the line even? Yanni up 1.5.
I think so, something like that.
I don't know, man.
It's 1.5 or 2.
I changed my pick to McKenna to win it all, but I don't, man. I mean, he lost to Nick Lee. I don't know. This is a tough one. We should make a pick here, though. We should definitely
make a pick.
It's like
who are you taking? Kyle Brackey, who are you taking, Yanni or Joey?
Yanni.
Score, hypothetically.
Hypothetically speaking, ballparking it, roughly 6-3.
Whoa.
Whoa.
All right.
CP, what's your score, bud?
Ballpark it, CP.
I'm going to ballpark it real quick. 3-2 McKenna.
Ballpark Franks. What? You taking McKenna?
Yeah. I mean, I picked him to win NCAAs. What, am I not pick him now? I don't know.
Yanni 4-3.
Yeah, I'll probably be wrong here. That's a classic stay away for me. That's a great match, though. I mean, it's maybe one of the most anticipated matches it's the clear. I say clear 1 versus 2. The guy just lost to Nick Lee. Got it. Noted. Cool. But I think this is the NCAA final preview, and I'm excited. We'll see it a couple weeks before NCAAs. That's very exciting to me. Oh, a correction. Kyle Brackey lied to you on Tuesday about where we were staying for the NCAA for NCAAs this year. He said we were staying at the University Hotel, and we're not. It's actually called the Shady Side Inn and Suites. So there's suites. There's actual suites.
No.
So
it's gonna be a murder hotel.
It's called Shady Side Inn All Suites Hotel. So we're gonna be better off this time.
How far is it from the venue? Can we map it?
It's 4 miles.
4 miles.
Oh, it's not even walkable.
He remembers the GPS coordinates, but he doesn't know what
I'm
it's
sorry,
called.
I couldn't remember the name. I just knew it was another murder hotel.
But to your point, Brackey, I'm pretty sure we looked at one that was called.
Maybe I thought that's one we ended up booking.
I think we looked at one and we're like, oh my gosh, this is also called. Or maybe there was another place we.
Death by 1,000 Cuts. It was called Hotel and Suites.
The MRSA Inn. Okay. All right. Should we go to questions from friends here?
Yeah, probably.
Right. We've got questions. They've got questions. We've got friends. Willie has none. It's unfortunate. So we'll go here. Brock Desert, 3 count, no biscuit. Over under 6.5 undefeated wrestlers at the end of the year. Hashtag FRL questions. This one may take a second, but I think
6.5?
6.5. Over or under?
Under.
No. Okay, you say under. 130. So we could have one at 25. Could have one with Sebastian or Pitch, or 33. Kyle's laughing. We'll have to get to that in a second.
Yeah.
33 Micic. 41 could be Yanni. 49 could be Ashnault. 65 will have 57 will have an undefeated. Could be 65 with Chenzo. 74 with Mark. 84
with Martin.
97 with Bo. Dude, they all have an undefeated. I'm saying over.
Yeah. The last 3 are like locks. And 57's a lock.
Yeah. So there's 4 right there. So now all you need is like Yanni, Micic. I'd like the over here.
You need 3 though. It's 6.5. You need 3 more.
Okay. Oh, are you
going over?
Yeah, I'm going over. I mean, I think Vincenzo goes undefeated. I think Mark Hall goes undefeated.
Yeah.
Whoa. What if could Penn State have 4 undefeated NCAA champs? I'm certain that's never happened, right?
Mark, Chenzo, Bo, and who?
Nolf, probably.
Nolf. Yeah.
All right, Gigglebox. What were you laughing at?
40% of your lineup's undefeated.
So Joe K made little graphic about the 3 like biggest matches in Oklahoma State, Iowa, and one was Derek White and Sam Stoll. And instead of Derek White, he put Bulk Job as the name, and people on Facebook thought his name was Bulk Job.
Being from Oklahoma, there's probably a kid at the roller tournament named Bulk Job.
Some of these are great. Dude's name's Bulk Job. Who names their kid Bulk Job?
Come on, people are saying that?
So did Oklahoma State's heavyweight come out of the womb a heavyweight? Because that's the only way I can figure out they came up with the name Bulk Job.
Man. Well, this is Instagram, Willie. They don't know
No,
what's
it's
going
Facebook.
on. Oh, Facebook?
Bulk Job has to be the coolest college wrestling name. Side note, how have I not heard of him, and how high is his ranking?
How high are you?
Oh, my goodness gracious. That's
How
funny.
can these people be that stupid?
So are you taking over or under for the 6.5, Willie?
Well, I think over. Change my mind.
You were so confident.
At first it seemed. Well, I didn't think about.
Wow.
I mean, 3 of them are locks. 3 of them are absolute locks. Maybe 4.
He forgot about Nolf. Okay. Say it, Kyle.
Someone goes,
Come on,
heavyweight's name is Bulk Job. LMAO. Damn, son. These comments are hilarious.
All right. In honor of Iowa versus Oklahoma State week, which school got cheated worse in the NCAA semis? Iowa's Montel Marion overtime no call versus Kellen Russell, or Oklahoma State's Alex Daringer overtime no call versus St. John? This is easy. Marion got hosed. He had like no shade against Kellen Russell, but he had like clear takedowns. They just decided not to call them, right? Ringer's thing, he was on the single, and there was a moment in time where like he was maybe behind or like had the other foot, but he never like had a hold of it. It just kind of like kicked out. I never really felt like there was a clear 2 there for Ringer. There were a couple occasions where Marion, you should have just thrown up the deuce. So I will say it's Montel Marion against Kellen Russell.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. Steven? Kyle?
Yeah, agreed. Also, didn't J.O. get, like, hosed the worst?
Yeah, J.O. got hosed the worst.
Yeah. That was
They
pretty
literally changed the rule the next year.
Well, that's my point. They changed the rule, meaning the rule wasn't clear, meaning,
It wasn't clear. It was stupid.
Yeah, it
was
was
a
a takedown.
takedown.
Yeah, come on, man.
It's a takedown. Free J.O. That was crazy. That was crazy. Can't believe that. This is a funny one since Nomad's not here. Mark Dorney, how do you explain who Wrestling Nomad is and what he does when introducing him to your girlfriend who doesn't really follow wrestling much? Met Nomad up in Madison this past weekend. Hell of a time trying to explain who and what he does. He's just Nomad, I ended up telling her. I think that's about right.
Just do that.
Just do that. Whenever I try to describe my job, it's very much like that. I can't imagine trying to describe Nomad's job. With wrestling, Anthony Terlizzi, with wrestling evolving the way it has, do you feel like the past generational greats like John Smith, Terry and Tom Brands, Lincoln McElravy, etc., would have had the same success in today's style of wrestling? I say absolutely yes, they all would have. Because I think their minds made them as special as anything, not their style. I mean, geez, John Smith is still ahead of his time from a technical standpoint. It's not like his stuff has gone out. It's still being done today. Like, I think absolutely. I think they would have. I think they could enter the U.S. Open in place right now. How about that?
Yeah. So John Smith and who? Brands?
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna give you access to that FRL doc here next show. Tom and Terry Brands, Lincoln McElravy.
Yeah. I mean, the Brands would have been good in any era.
Not John.
Yeah, John too. But you just said Lincoln McElravy. We already talked about John.
Okay. Well, I did. All right. Last question, then we'll depart. Which guy ranked outside the top 12 at each weight? Wait, not at each weight. Austin Summer, just chill out with this question. 10-part question. No, thank you. But pick some guys outside the top 12 that is your favorite to make a run in Pittsburgh. And a run can be defined as, maybe make the quarters in place or make the semis or do something cool like that. For me, I see no one like that at 25. At 33, Tariq Wilson is currently 133. He literally did this last year. So he's a definite candidate to do that again. Now, we haven't seen him hardly at all this year, so he's taken a big drop. But certainly him at 33. I will forever say Cade Brock at 41. I think his skill set is tremendous. But also Dom Demas is outside the top 12. At 49, Brady Berge, Anthony Ardolona are some for me. Willie, feel free to jump in and give some. I'm just rolling right now.
I don't know. I got to look at the rankings. I don't know who's ranked below 12.
Got it.
I would have to pull up rankings.
You could pull them up on your computer.
Yeah, do you have a computer?
Well,
you know what? I'm going to get Manny on the horn, see about getting you a computer.
I'm also putting in these minutes and doing everything else. Goober.
All right, Goober.
Cade Brock's the one for me. Like, he has wins over a lot of the guys ranked ahead of him. And if he just can put it together for one tournament.
Yeah, he
making a run. It's hard to say, man. Like, nobody. Kyle Connell's absurd. That's insane. If you would have said Kyle Connell's going to make a run, that's stupid.
Right. I think he's certainly an outlier. But I think, someone like Machiavello is someone
who's
not even to win a title, but just someone like, oh, he's really good. I can see him making the semis or do something a little special.
Who's not bad?
Love to hear.
I mean, this question, and we get this question for every tournament, everything. You need an absurd answer, because if it's not an absurd answer, it
doesn't fit the criteria.
How about Noah Gonser?
Yeah, not that one.
Okay, you know who's good? I'm gonna tell you who's good.
Love to know.
Raquir Vandermeer from Stanford. Look at this dude's results.
Beat Maruka Rolfing, Prince, Zavastowski. Yeah, he's been good this year. Losses to Josh Heil, Baby J, Berge, and Mitch Feinstein. He lost to Baby J. Are you ready to refine that pick?
Yes. I don't know.
It was week 1 when potentially Baby J peaked. I don't know. I don't know. Eric Schultz is ranked 12th. That guy could definitely be like top 3 or 4 at 197. So while he's not outside the top 12, I will say him. I will change the criteria to what I like. Kyle Brackey, do you have any questions here you would like to answer that I didn't go over?
I think Lugo. Is it Lugo 11?
That would definitely be outside the top 12. So you want to say Lugo?
You just changed it.
Yeah, it's true. You know who else I got? I think Bo Nickel's going to make a run. All right, Bracky's got nothing.
Yeah, I got nothing. Oh, what about the Tristan Moran one? That one's interesting.
Oh, very interesting. All right, this guy's handle at his name is Just Want to Ask FRL Questions. If Tristan Moran hadn't transferred, do you think he would be starting over Brock? Well, it's indisputable Tristan has had a better season than Cade this year. So you kind of have to say yes, but at the same time, I feel like no. Because I think part of it is who's starting to begin the year at 141 pounds, no matter what, at Oklahoma State?
Yeah, who's starting?
Cade Brock. And then, so I think a lot of Tristan's thing is opportunity. So when would he have had this opportunity? Maybe at the Southern Scuffle, but I just think the limited opportunities would have kept Cade. Now, if Cade had struggled to this degree, I think we would be seeing Tristan, but I don't think it's easy to compare Tristan because he's had all these opportunities now. I don't think he would have had that. So great question, just don't see it. Brock Desert at 3 Count No Biscuit wants my son's top 5 Hawks of all time. He probably only knows like the ones from last year and this year. Mitch Bowman is probably gonna be on that list, but I'll get a current list from him on because he's coming on the trip with me.
How do you even answer that question? Like I saw Flo tweeted that yesterday. I mean, I have like a list of like, man, I can't decide.
Your favorite Hawks? You don't know which one you dislike the most? As a Hawkeye hater, you and Nomad?
Dislike?
Yeah.
No. I mean, I got weird ones on my list. Like
Joe Johnstone.
Johnston, not Johnstone. Yeah, loved him. I liked him. I mean, I liked Mike Evans a lot. I know that nobody else probably would ever pick Mike Evans, but I am.
Can you explain why?
Yeah.
Because he didn't do a whole lot.
I just, I followed him coming up through high school, and
I think you just liked him, like as
yes.
a human.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
That fits the criteria, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it fits the criteria.
I
don't know.
Tony. I love Tony. Who else?
I don't even know.
Who's your favorite Hulks?
My favorite. Man, it's tough. I'm not even gonna say. I don't even want to say. Because I don't even know. I don't even know.
What are you doing right now?
I don't know who it would be. I don't know who it would be. I know Bracky.
You can't pick like a group of them.
Oh, I love Metcalf. I loved Metcalf.
Oh yeah, I love Metcalf too.
Really, I always liked Dennis a lot. McDonough was up there, which is now weird because I know him really well. But big Matt McDonough guy. And I also really loved Dan Erickson.
Yeah, Erickson was awesome.
Danimal was awesome.
Danimal?
Oh yeah, really big fan of him. I was always irrationally high on Blake Raising. Y'all may not. That's more of a deep cut, but cause I think he only started the 1 year. But he
heavyweight.
Oh yes, he was a heavyweight. I'm pretty sure he had to cut down. He was a large individual. That's all I got. Bracky, any parting thoughts before we go?
No, excited to get to Stillwater. It's going to be a great weekend. Going to have all kinds of great content. Today at like 11, I think it's 11 a.m. Central, CIF State starts, one of the best state tournaments in the country.
Yes.
Yeah, boy.
California.
Willie had a really good preview of that. Brackets on Arena. But yeah, we'll be up there Friday night. A lot of great content coming out.
Few things. Make sure you're coming to FloWrestling probably once an hour. We're going to have some new hot content up frequently the next couple of days in preparation for the upcoming weekend, Iowa, Oklahoma State. Please do that. Make sure you are subscribed to this podcast on iTunes or Stitcher. I don't know if Nomad had got it on Spotify yet. I don't know how that works. He has?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Look at him. Gold star for the Wrestling Nomad. Now, I have to upload the show today like it used to be. So I don't know if I have to do something special to put it on Spotify. So if you're a Spotify listener, hopefully you're listening to this on Spotify and I figured it out, but it's possible I didn't. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're starting to put a lot more stuff on there. We're starting to, we think YouTube's here to stay as far as a video platform. And, we've got a lot of market research on this. Willie, do you agree?
Yeah.
You agree about YouTube?
I don't know. It's a small startup, but
we want to do our part and support small business like YouTube. Mm-hmm. So we're going to start putting a lot more video content. So please subscribe on there. We're at like 42,000 subscribers, which compared to our other channels is very pedestrian. Also slightly annoyed. Flow Grappling has 100,000. So the competitor in me is like, are you kidding me? So get us up there. If everyone that listens to this subscribed to our YouTube channel, we would take a pretty substantial jump. So thanks for that. Brad Gross, our man in the control room, feel free to play our outro tune. There it is. He had his index finger hovering over the button, just waiting for the cue, and there it came. One of the best in the business. We thank you guys so much for listening to FloWrestling Radio Live. 355 episodes strong. Sunday, 2 p.m., Oklahoma State, Iowa. You can only watch it in Gallagher Iba Arena or live on FloWrestling on your laptop, on your Roku or Apple TV, your cell phone, Willie's now broken Android. You can watch it on that. We will be in Stillwater tomorrow. We'll be en route this time tomorrow, so stay tuned to our social channels to see what we're up to. And that's it. We're going to watch out for the octopus. We're going to see if Steve or Spay can hunt him down. And we're going to stay safe. You stay safe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.